Hello, guys. I am Shane Davis, 20-year comic book veteran. I'm here with Yanzi Lynn, and today is the day we are going to talk about broke comic book creators, the SJW comic creators, the people that came into the American comic book industry and said it needs to be for us. We need to hijack this hobby. We need to run our propaganda through it. The comics need to be about representation, and they need to talk about gender politics, race politics, whatever. Nothing fun, nothing action and adventure about that. And we have a tweet here that came out, and I think it's since been deleted by Mags Visaggio. And we're going to go down through this. Now, before we go on to this exact tweet, there is a history here, correct, Yanzi, of...
Yeah, it's not the first time that Max Visaggio has posted on her Twitter begging for money. I believe it was at the beginning of the pandemic. She was saying that she needed help paying her rent, which was very astonishing because at the beginning of the pandemic lockdowns, she had this little show, you may or may not have heard of it, called Vagrant Queens that came out on the Sci-Fi Channel. A whole season was ordered, it aired, and you'd think that there would be some money in her pocket, right? Somehow she still needed help paying her rent. Then I believe, fast forward to the beginning of this year or something like that, she actually posted again, this time saying something like, can you guys loan me some money? I'll pay you back, but I really need help in paying rent and groceries and all this stuff. So fast forward to today, 2 days ago actually, September 18th, Mags writes, my family is going through financial hardship owing to the writer's strike. Well, if it isn't one excuse, it's another. First was the pandemic, then it was some issues with not getting writing work. And now it is the WGA strike. All right. Any help at all is appreciated. So we can get groceries and pay our rent during this lean time. Our cash app is blah, blah, blah. Look, this is really a case of e-bagging. E-bagging is when you ask for financial aid from people online and you don't get anything in return whatsoever, except maybe for a kudos or something, maybe. So Max has this history of asking for money from strangers online to pay for basic necessities that you and I, especially you, dear viewer watching right now, we have to work jobs for. We have to work to get money. We don't just ask for money, it appears on our laps. But for some reason, I guess because Max feels entitled to it, you can just say, give me some money, help me out, help me pay my rent. Newsflash, Max, we all have rent and mortgages. What makes you so special?
Well, I can tell you what makes them so special, and this is part of the issue, is being trans.
Ooh, so it looks like being trans has definitely helped Max get a new job. Archie Comics has already introduced its first trans character. Now, this article was published on May 15, 2023. I assume since it's been about 4 months since, Max must have gotten some kind of payment for the job in writing and creating this new trans character, I would think. So it turns out that maybe if you're being hired because you happen to fit a certain demographic checkbox, maybe you're not being really paid to your full potential. They're like, okay, we need to introduce a trans character. Let's hire a trans writer. And that's obviously not paying the bills for Max, I assume.
And we saw this recently. This is something Archie Comics is doing, is purposely finding a creator with their diversity checkboxes to hire them to create a character within their existing universe.
Oh, I remember that.
Steve Franklin, yeah, it did happen. And look, I'm now a big Archie Comics fan. I mean, Yanzi, you do, or you used to read Archie Digest and stuff. I don't understand this company right now, but it's whatever. I mean, if this is important,
they want to be hip with the young ones, yo. They want to be like, hey, you guys, you want to talk about trends and disabled rep? We got the cool comics right here. And for some reason, that doesn't pay Max Visaggio's bills. Maybe the issue isn't the comic book industry, though. Maybe the issue is Max Visaggio having a history of accusing people of love bombing, which was a very fascinating new term to us when we first heard about it. The person that she accused of love bombing her goes by the name of Sean Gordon Murphy, aka a very famous Batman creator and writer, and did a bunch of works with Mark Millar and others as well. And of course, she says, I'm not accusing him of assault, but he did hook me and use me. Everything from unfulfilled promises of future professional and financial assistance to love bombing, all in the service of making shit out defend him when he did problematic textbook stuff I spent days thinking over and talking about with other women he did it to. What scared me more than anything Sean did was how easily he did it to me. I wanted some of his shine, and he validated me during a period of intense career anxiety. Sounds like Warren Ellis and all his love bombing accusers, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, and this is kind of a thing. It's like, this is a person that's obviously practicing in cancel culture and woke comic creations. There's a lot of problems. Mags is kind of like a big part of the problem in the American comic book industry. They kind of represent that. But ironically, they don't turn profit either. Vagrant Queens was a really bad comic that became a very bad TV show that then nobody watched and whatever. Mags was kind of propelled overnight because of representation, as a lot of SJWs are, and they really didn't have the chops. They didn't really have the outturn. You know, they didn't really have people putting butts in seats to read their books type thing, but they were rewarded constantly again because it was a fashionable thing to hire these checkboxes. It was a thing. The industry's at a weird point now where there's enough books that didn't sell that doesn't really warrant hiring them for more unsavory books that you can't sell. The e-begging, it's just a really bad look. Where does this all go? I don't know. This tweet, I think, has since been deleted. I mean, at some point you have to go, are you a comic pro anymore if you're asking for money constantly? Is this what being a comic pro means, that you're going to go out there and you're going to write woke comics every now and then? You're going to sell out your checkbox identity to characters for a corporation and then go online and beg for money at the same time for bills rather than producing a product. At one point, Mags did offer fortune telling stuff for money. You could argue whether or not that's a service or not for money, but I would say, like, you know, do a crowdfunded book. If you feel like you are able to create a comic and you are a comic creator, go out there, make a book, put it up there and ask for money for it, and give people a product for their money rather than just asking for their money. If you guys will, please go check out Axcend to level up. This is our action adventure Tron meets Spider-Man fun comic. If you guys will, check it out. 3 video gamers go into a new virtual reality world. When they come into the real world, they activate as their video game avatars and adventure will happen. I'll leave you guys with a trailer for Axcend, level up, and we will catch you guys again with another video.
I dream of a world carefully crafted, beautifully flawed. This is Axcend. In this game of life, there is one thing that determines a victor. A player's ability to grow. A player's ability to evolve. A player's ability to survive. My name is Dog. Choose to play. Choose to upgrade. Choose to level up. Choose to Axcend.